everyone, I hope you enjoyed that intro. This is bedrock, and I am currently the sole developer of immersive, a texture pack that changes the earth to make it more immersive. So how does it do this? Well, for one, it uses variated textures, which means that the game picks from different preset textures. So like you can see with the stone here, there's like actually 8 different textures that it can be, which actually makes like the caves and like rock cliffs and stuff feel way more immersive and detailed. And the same is also true for the dirt. There's many different textures that the dirt can pick from. You may have also noticed it in the grass as well, like the grass blocks. They have different levels of contrast, even though they are the same texture in different rotations. The second way the pack adds to immersion is through animation, which you probably have noticed already. In the case of the short grass, it's also variated and animated, so you'll see like this one's a slightly lighter color, this one's darker, warm, and this one's cold, but they're all short grass. Another way the pack adds to the immersion is through detail. As you can see for like the wood and cobblestone and whatnot, they're much more detailed and visually interesting than they are in the vanilla game, and this is to make it stand out from the kind of simpler grass textures and like the natural terrain. So my philosophy is that if you have detailed textures that players actually build with, then it'll make their build stand out even more than the environment. Here is the rest of the wood, by the way, and you probably can't notice, or you probably haven't noticed yet, but the birch logs actually have multiple variations for their spots. And I plan on adding different variations for stuff like the regular logs as well. Here are some of the stone textures. Sand and red sand are also variated with these slight little dunes in between the sand blocks. This is the texture for andesite. I think it looks pretty cool, but it might be a little over-textured, so let me know what you think. This is granite. It looks a bit coppery, but I also think it looks nice. And here is diorite, which looks like bird poop as always, but I think it looks like pretty bird poop. This is the current texture for gravel. I know it's a little bit noisy, but I think it does look kind of nice, like the bottom of a fish tank or something. Don't worry, the current texture for ores are not staying. This literally looks like moldy chicken nuggets. The final and most important way immersive adds to the immersion of your game world is by color maps. So you may have noticed that like by the river, the grass gets more vibrant. It's like, and the savanna is actually a different color than the vanilla game. It's even drier than it was before. And the forest is even more green. And you can especially tell with like the birch leaves and whatnot, they look very different depending on what biome they're placed in. The same goes for all the other leaves. And they're also obviously animated and variated, as you can see, just like the short grass. Also some super small details, like the color map gets colder towards like cold beaches and stuff. So on the fringes you'll notice it gets a little cold and desaturated. I think it just makes the environment feel more realistic. Again, realism isn't the goal of this pack, but I do want the player to feel immersed, and having a little bit of realism and texturing can make the player feel way more immersed than they would normally. The color map is especially noticeable in certain biomes, like the meadow here, where it looks like a very, very lush green that's much more vibrant than in the vanilla game. The more you play, the more you'll start to notice little details, like how the oak leaves start to die when they get into the super cold biomes, and how the grass does the same. Also, the sides of the grass being completely different from the top, that's not my fault, that's actually Mojang's fault. I might put the bug report in the description so you can give it a vote, so they might actually change it, but yeah, there's nothing I can do about that right now. Hey guys, before you download the pack, just know that it is not finished. Like for example, the cherry wood still has its vanilla textures and the leaves aren't animated or changed, but I will get to those things in the future, especially if you guys like and subscribe and show me that you want to see more of this texture pack in its development. Just don't go downloading this pack thinking it's completed yet. It's definitely not, and it's not perfect, but I'm doing this so I can hear your feedback and so I can make changes as needed and keep you guys involved in the process of making this texture pack as good as it can be. One of the big things I want to do next is the flowers, so that not only are they variated, but also animated, just like the short grass here. I also want to do more different textures for the grass. I actually have already, I just haven't animated them yet, but I will get to that, and I'm excited to see how that'll impact the overworld. I've also only done like a couple decorative wooden items, that being like the spruce doors and trapdoors and the oak door. I will get to more of the decorative stuff later, but I do want to hear your feedback on whether or not you think the contrast is too high on these objects, like they don't fit in, or if you actually do like them and you like how much they stand out. I've also done several variations for the mushrooms, so there's actually like a bunch, but only for the brown ones. I haven't, you can only place these in the dark, darn. I have not managed to get to the red mushrooms yet, but I have done these ones. And you'll see, like, they have little tiny mushrooms around them sometimes, and they spawn in different degrees. I do think I'm going to make a smaller version of these that are more common, because these are a little big. If you look at the hitbox, it extends quite a bit higher. So I might change that. Anyways, if you managed to download it, let me know what you guys think. Anyways, thanks for watching. Subscribe if you want me to keep making this texture pack, and so yeah. I can't end without killing him. There we go.